Hey students, Mr. Bergen here, and we're going to be learning more about the 11 trick here. So I've got you a picture of Bill Russell, who on this exact basketball court, used to be called the Boston Garden, won 11 championships. That's right, 11 NBA championships. And we reviewed, I believe, yesterday the business of how you have what I call the basic 11 trick, and the basic 11 trick were things like 11 times 23, and this spells it so clearly out that 11 times 23 is 253, and you just add the 2 and 3 and squeeze the 5 between 2 and 3, and you can do that in your head, and you can shout out the answer is 253. Okay? And in the next example, we go 11 times 54, and you can shout out the answer 594 because the 5 and 4 add up to 9. And in the third example, it's 11 times 43, and you can just shout out the answer 473. But the thing about all of these is that the two numbers add up to be under 10. And so today we are going to be looking at the harder problem, and the harder problem is going to be things like um, things like this, where we have 11 times 57. Now I call that the harder problem because 5 and 7 add up to 12. And what in the world are you going to do with the 12? Okay, with the 12, you're going to put it somewhere. Where are you going to put the 12? Are you going to put the 12 between this and get 5 and then 12 and then 7? No way. No way do you want to have that, right? What you're going to do, because you can see how it works with the long multiplication, is that 5 and 7 is 12, right? 12, which means that you have to put in the 2 between the 5 and the 7. You got to put that 2 in there. And after you put the 2 in, you're going to have to boost the 5. So that 5 is going to have to become a 6 because you're carrying. So in fact, the final answer to this problem is going to be 6, 2, 7. Now I call that the harder, the varsity 11 problem. 11 times 57, look at it, study it, is 627. Why 2? Because 5 and 7 is 12, and you put down a 2, and you're carrying the 1. Why 6? Because it was a 12, it's making the 1 get added to the 5, becoming 6. So 11 times 57 is 627. And I think that you can now absolutely try a harder problem. So I'm going to give you a harder problem. Right? I'm going to give you a problem where instead of 11 times 57, I'm going to give you 11 times 86. And I'm not telling you the answer, but I'm going to tell you that it begins by thinking about putting in the 8 and the 6, putting in the 8 on the left and the 6 on the right. 8 on the left and the 6 on the right. But what goes in the middle? Well, 8 plus 6 is 14, and if you follow the pattern I gave you before, you know the answer. What do you do with the 14? What do you do with the 4? What do you do with the 1? I'll give you a few seconds. And then, hopefully, you know that the answer to this problem is 946. 946. And I'm going to give you some more practice on this stuff. And I want to see how you could do with this what I'm calling the varsity problem. The varsity problem. Okay, the varsity problem of asking you to see if you could do a 11 times, let me just think here, 11 times 38. 11 times 38. The answer is going to be, we'll put it over here on the Boston Garden, it's 3, 8, not really. Oh, 4 something 8. 4, 1, 8 is the final answer, because 3 plus 8 is 11. The one goes there and the other one, right, boosts it up. You got it? Are you ready for one more? We'll make this the final one, and we will do it in green since Bill Russell's color was green. 11 times 76. You start off thinking of it as 7 there and 6 there. 7 there and 6 there. But you quickly say, hey, 7 plus 6 is 13. So what goes in the middle? A 3 goes in the middle. The 1 carries to the 7. So the answer is 836. Okay, you got to practice it. And the best way to practice it is to have you quiz each other. All right? I hope you got the 11 problem. I'm looking forward to seeing you be faster at 11 than me, and even faster than Bill Russell. Bye, everybody.